Good morning, everybody. There are so many millions of things that I could do a video on right now. Oh my gosh. But I'm just going to do a couple. And this one right here is bird food. So I'm going to just show a couple of plants that we have been noticing birds feasting on. So right in front of me is jewelweed. Or also known as touch-me-not. It's a native impatiens. We have spotted and pale here, and they're so beautiful. They are an annual native, and can you guess who adores this plant? If you guessed a tiny little bird that hovers in this most amazing way you've ever seen, you are right. The hummingbirds love this plant, and we so fortunately have had this plant popping up everywhere. And I'm going to show you some different spots because it is so cool. I'm not sure who's distributing the seeds. I know we've moved some soil around and that could be part of it. But what a gift this annual impatiens that comes up, feeds the bees, feeds the hummingbirds, and is so beautiful. And you can see the way the water beads on the leaves. It really does look like jewels, and I guess they are. I mean, water is jewels, right? They're equivalent to jewels. So, okay, now there's one. We're gonna walk right over here and look. See if I can be kind of quiet. Oh, let me run into the fence. That's what happens when you're not paying attention where you go. Okay, do you see those tall plants in there? So they might not look spectacular at this moment, but they're one of the tall lettuces. We first thought they were tall blue, but they're not. And so they got little yellow flowers. But in there are goldfinches. So we have tons of finch food here right now. And I've talked about them before, but if you listen real closely in the background, I'm sure you're hearing them. So they adore the lettuce seeds. I hear some right behind me. Let's look at these. Okay, so we're right by the garden. Here's the other one that you know. Let me zoom back out. I've talked about it before. I can't stop talking about it because you just must have this. So yes, this really big tall plant right here. Those are seed heads. Let me come over here. Oh, look, did you see? I don't know. See, I keep scaring them away. So when these come in, the brown-eyed Susans, they'll definitely be eating on them as well, the finches. But right now, this is the hot spot. Hey, Papa Finch! The moms and dads are bringing the babies in here and just, they're begging, they're feasting. You can see right here, so many of these seeds have been stripped. I saw chickadees coming in to a different patch of cup plant that we have yesterday, and they'd pull some out and then drop some that obviously must not be viable, and then they would grab another one and fly off to crack it open somewhere on a tree. So these are feeding, seed-eating birds, cup plants, Silphium perfoliatum, and let's go look at some more, shall we? Okay, now we are over behind our house, and we're walking to an area that we can see out our south door. I hear a little house wren. He's barking at me, not too pleased. I'm probably disturbing him from eating. So yesterday we were sitting in the house, and this big wave of migratory birds came through here. What a gift to be here to see. Out here we have tons of these sunflowers, again, different species and false sunflower, and the finches just load up in here. You've seen this area many times. This is one of our mother walnuts. And so I'm going to back up because that's a key bird food plant for yesterday. So we were sitting inside, and then we saw all these birds come out, and you know, it was binoculars. Wow, 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 wow. It was so exciting. And We had lots of red-eyed vireos in this tree, and they were hunting all over for different kinds of caterpillars, finding tons because black walnuts are really awesome host plants. We had wood pewees, eastern wood pewees, perching in the branches and then flying out, catching insects on the wing. So these were insects that were flying around, but flying around in the walnut. No doubt because they have an association or protection, shelter there. And then we also had blackburnian warblers hunting for insects on this tree. Really, really cool. And there were so many up in the top that I couldn't see, nor could Steve. But we knew we were in the middle of something really, really special. And I wanted to show you one more bird food plant for today. Well, of course, two more. Here's our echinacea. That is another awesome one for seed-eating birds. Once they're ready, they will be feasting. I showed you this plant a couple videos back, but I'm going to show you again because we have had so many migrating catbirds in here. I mean, really, every morning we're waking up to more and more catbirds, and we have several spots where pokeweed is. And you can see there's so many of the berries that have been stripped. Come on, little camera. Let's see. We don't want it to not focus because it's too beautiful. And let's see, how about this? So not only catbirds, so obviously the purple ones are the ripe ones. There's only a couple of those left. But there have been cedar waxwings in here. And so cedar waxwings love fruits too. And this one is another one that the birds adore so much, then they poop it out and it comes up in all kinds of places. And let it grow if it does it for you. It's telling you this plant is happy and so magnificently beautiful. Okay, that's bird food for today. Just what we noticed yesterday. There's so much more. Just get out and look. It is such a fascinating time of year. Really, when isn't?